Yes.
Still challenging though, because
still
you had to
challenging.
figure things out. And what were the next steps?
Yes, and so I did Ubering. I did Lyft
Mhm.
for about a year or so,
Okay.
just to have some,
Right. Pay
bill
the
to
bills
pay
somehow.
and all that.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then I did some home care, like taking care of people.
Okay.
Yeah, and that really changed my view because at that time I was a little depressed. You know how we always are
Yeah.
depressed, and at that time because my relationship was not working,
Yeah.
so I was depressed, and I went to a very downhill
Right.
in my
Right.
during my
It was
life.
very difficult. Yeah.
Yes, and with those home care, I came across many different people with different difficulties in their
Yeah.
life, physically, health. Okay,
Right.
when I look at them, when I interact with them, it reflect back to me. Look at myself, like, oh, my problem is not really a big deal.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It's inspiring to see all the things they have to
yes.
face.
So that's why I was like, I hit a wall, but I was like, don't know how to get back up.
Mhm.
And those people are somehow invisibly helped me to heal. And then
Yeah, it's beautiful.
and then it made me realize my pain, my experience wasn't as bad as theirs. So
Yeah.
why am I crying?
Right.
Feel sorry for
Yeah.
myself for. So
Right.
oftentimes we put ourselves as a victim. That's
Yes.
another.
Right.
Yeah.
And people are doing such inspiring things in order just to survive that, we can learn and grow from that. So that's a great example. And it's a
Yes.
beautiful how you internalize that and use that for your own personal development.
Yeah. So how about you? Do you have anything like life-changing moments that makes you
Yes,
move forward?
there may be a few. Definitely, so far, the biggest change in my life has been transitioning and coming into the fullness of who I always knew who I was. And it's funny because my wife, when we first got married, called me emotionally illiterate, which was pretty accurate at the time. And now I was actually just talking to a friend yesterday about the ability to handle multiple emotions at once, even they're good and bad,
Yes.
and the personal development I've had and growth through my own transition and through relationships with others. Of course, you like you said, you pick up and you learn things from others around you.
Right.
But to see the more complete, the fullness person I am, and that definitely affects business as well, because I'm able to go in and out of circles much more readily. I'm still introverted, of course, but it's much easier to be who I am.
Right.
And of course, we always have are we accepted? What is this community? Is this a safe place for me? What's going on behind the scenes? But and I talk about this a lot, the ability to walk in authenticity is priceless.
Yes.
And so that for me has been so affirming, life affirming, and inspired me in so many different ways. And to invest in the community that has indirectly invested in me and in very practical ways, even saved my life to see what the future could be.
Yes.
And so I know some people have difficulties with showing before and after pictures, and I do as well. I tried to do it because I know what it meant to me when I was, or before I transitioned, and knowing that there is hope and man, HRT actually can work. And so things, but it is inspiring to know the journey that we've been on and then follow through and see the growth of what's happening.
Yes. See, when you mentioned about the before and after picture, I post one for myself too. I wasn't comfortable. So especially, I did not have a lot of photos during my previous life.
Yeah.
I don't like to take pictures. There's no selfie whatsoever.
Exactly.
But the thing is, like you mentioned, let's say we share that on social media. You will never know who's watching. Right. You will never know who's looking at it or listening to it. And because throughout my 10 years, I did movies, I did this and did that. There's many times that people come to you, oh, I saw you do this. Yeah, I saw you do that. Right. And you kind of help me. It's very, I don't know, it makes me feel touching.
Right.
In a way, because I'm just doing what I like, passion.
Right. Exactly.
And share my own stories or my vision. And if I can impact other people,
Exactly.
impact the world,
Totally.
why not, right?
Give back to what's been given to us. Yeah, I'm out specifically because probably 99.9% of the people in my old life knew nothing or very, very little about trans people or even not known a trans person.
Right.
And so knowing that even if relationship is not there, if I was able to be visible and they can kind of see the journey, maybe it'll normalize it for them a little bit. And even what if one of their children come out as trans or LGBTQ in the community? And so hoping to bring awareness and helping them to see this is not something with just men dressed in dresses, walking through the library in the afternoon, but it is, and we learn science. We've learned so much more about gender being a spectrum, and some people call it a universe. But just normalize and legitimize our existence, and being out there and telling our stories is important.